It was 100 years ago when the Detroit chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity was created. Since then, the men of the Gamma Lambda chapter have partnered with local organizations to service the community. The Detroit Alphas are going to cap their Centennial celebration with a gala on October 19th. Joining me now is the chapter president, Alburn Elvin Jr. Welcome to American Black Journal.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So 100 years, that is quite an accomplishment. Tell me about this Centennial celebration.
Well, 100 years is quite an accomplishment. We were founded, the chapter itself was founded by 13 industrious men who went on to glory, but did many great things before they passed. And so as we move forward, we're getting ready to celebrate that and commemorate that and cap the year off with the Centennial Gala, October 19th at Detroit Marriott. We'll be honoring some of our very own as we celebrate our founders. We'll be honoring some of our very own chapter brothers, some of which include the late Damon Keith, so we'll be honoring him posthumously. 67th Mayor of Detroit, Dennis Archer, entrepreneur and philanthropist William Picard, CIO of Boeing, Ted Colbert, and our 34th general president, who's over the entire fraternity at that time, Mark Tillman, who's local here in Michigan. So they're all brothers of our chapter, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah. So tell me what it means to be a member of APHI and of the Detroit chapter.
To me, it's about brotherhood. It starts with brotherhood. And, you know, I think our chapter has shown a tremendous amount of that. We frequently are obviously there for each other, but also, more importantly, there for the community. We've had an opportunity to be very helpful to other organizations and to partner with other organizations such as March Dimes. And so also in our chapter, we provide scholarships on a regular basis, annual basis. And this past year, we provided 21 scholarships to deserving young men, $1,000 apiece. Yeah.
One of the distinctions I've always thought was important between white fraternities and African-American fraternities is the difference between charity and service. I think there's a real distinction there. In other words, there's kind of a dedication to the idea of serving other people that sits at the core of black fraternities. That's different.
Yes, and one of the other distinctions I think is that, you know, a lot of the when you're in a black fraternity, yes, once your college is done, your service isn't.
Right.
So we continue to serve as long as we're able to throughout the rest of our life, and then we also, you know, we rear our young children up, our own children, to do the same. So I know my children come with me, and my family comes with me, my wife comes with me when we do service around the community as well.
Yeah. What are some of the challenges that black fraternities face right now with, you know, there's changes on college campuses and changes with the Greek system more broadly?
Well, just numbers in general. You know, trying to make sure that we maintain our sense of being out there so that people know who we are. It's hard to do that on some of the campuses when you don't have as many members. You're focused on getting your degree. And so, you know, you're focused on doing some service, and oh, by the way, we still got to let people know who we are and what we do. So that makes it a little difficult when the numbers are low. If you don't have as many brothers on campus, it's hard to do all that. But that's just one of them. I mean, you know, there are some stigmas you have to try to fight. We're not just about partying, and so we're about taking care of the academic piece as well as making sure we take care of those in our community who need it.
Yeah. Is it harder to recruit young people on campuses now to be part of the Greek system?
It depends on the locale. I would say, you know, if you're in certain places, it's not difficult at all because they know who you are and they want to be a part of it. And some campuses, you still have to let people know you're there. And so that's the important part. You know, you have brothers that graduate and then you have, you know, one or two brothers left. Well, they focused on graduating too. So that's the important piece. You have to let people know you're there and what you're about and what you do, that you're not just about partying. You know, we take care of business as well, and we hold leadership positions within the schools and within the communities, and it's important that we let people know that.
Talk about the importance of the Detroit chapter itself, some of the things that sort of set it apart as it celebrates this 100 years.
Well, you know, we've got a great history. You know, one of our founders was one of the people who were responsible for the Ambassador Bridge. I mean, so we've got brothers
I didn't know that.
from the very beginning have been leaders and pillars in the community. And so there are stories like that where people will find as they come to the gala. We'll have some things on display, but more importantly, we'll have a great book for people to say. There's plenty of history in that book.
Yeah.
And it's not just Alpha history. It's not Detroit Alpha history. It's Detroit.
It's Detroit history.
Black history.
Yeah.
It's Detroit history, and that's the important part.
Yeah. One of the other things that's true about these organizations is the lifelong membership in the organization and what you do for each other when you pass. I mean, that always is so moving to me.
Yeah. So when even in death, we consider our brothers are still brothers, and when they pass, and from at least from an Alpha perspective, when they pass, we think of them as going to Omega chapter, which is the end, and so we send them off the right way with Omega service, and the brothers gather around and we do our spiel and we make sure that they're sent off in the right way, and that's the important part too, because we still love our brothers even when they're gone, but we want to celebrate their life and also make sure everyone knows that this was an Alpha man.
Yeah. So October 19th is the gala. Is it open to anybody?
October 19th is the gala. It is open to the public. We expect to have anywhere close to 700 leaders in the community, members of the Divine Nine, all the other Greek organizations, some of our elected officials we're expecting to be there, and of course our honorees that I noted earlier.
Yeah.
So it is going to be a great time. We'll spend some time going through some of the things we need to go through to honor our honorees, but and to make sure we shout out our founders, which is important. We have 13 of them, so we want to make sure we do that. But equally as important, we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna, loosen up the ties,
Right.
and cut on some good music. We're gonna dance in our formal attire and have a ball.
Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. And while I'm here, I want to make sure you have your tickets.
I get my tickets. There we go.
We're gonna make sure you're there too. So
That's right.
We're giving you two right now, and we expect you to be there and
All right.
celebrating with us.
I will do that.
All right.
All right. Thanks for
Looking
being
forward
here.
to it. Thank you for having me.